Live from the O'Brien Services Stadium Studios, this is the fifth quarter.
Hello, everyone. It's Football Friday, and this is the fifth quarter. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Things were for real tonight. 14 teams playing, 8 games of highlights, only one spot to see it all, right here. I'm Dustin Dorsey, joined as always with Joe Catanacci. Joe, jamborees were fun. Tonight we saw the real deal. Without giving anything away, do we see some good action tonight or what?
Always good, great action across southeastern North Carolina. Week 1 of the high school football season. Great weather across the region. Bunch of big road wins tonight for a couple of teams that we'll see in a little while. And 2 first big wins for some new head coaches here in Brunswick County and out in Columbus County.
A little bit of a tease there. So let's start off with one of those games. North Brunswick and Whiteville both made changes at the top of their program this year. Each turned to coaches with experience, both in different ways. J.P. Price and Brian Davis got their teams ready for this. Let's check out the action. Short trip for us here down Village Road to see the Pack and the Scorpions in this Week 1 battle. Whiteville up 21-0 in the third. North getting it done, though, trying to get things going is Trevon Willis with a nice run down the sidelines.
He dances his way into Whiteville territory, making a couple of tacklers miss and then getting up into the pile for a couple of extra yards before he gets out of the sideline.
This is 4th down, and the Pack locked down. Great open field tackle there, gets J.P. Price fired up.
Now it's time for the Wolfpack to take over the ball on offense, and it's Tavante Smith. He takes sweep left around the corner. Good hesitation there, makes a man miss, and a good tackle, gets out of bounds, but gets the first down to move the chains.
Yeah, that will help it, but this will not. Ball's on the ground. You can't cough it up. 1 of 2 in the second half, recovered by the Scorpions, and they pay for it.
Great skill players always over here in Leland for North Brunswick. We see an extra jolt of speed right there for North Brunswick. And a big touchdown there. He gone, and Scorps put 6 on the board.
You got that right. That was Willis. That is a 50-plus yard touchdown, but J.P. Price and company get their first win. 41-7 is the final. We had another game featuring Three Rivers taking on the Mid-Eastern Conference. Red Springs taking on Mason, Phillips, and South Brunswick.
Good to see some youth football players getting a little love down there at South Brunswick. And here we go. It's Red Springs with the football first, and they take it down the sideline. A couple of tacklers missed. Kind of a theme for tonight. A lot of missed tackles across the board in all the games that we've covered throughout the evening.
Jason Carthen will take that, and legendary coach Bob Lewis and his son Rocky can't like that too much. They go to defense now. Look at the one-handed bat down. Heck of a play there on defense. Deshaun Lee for South.
Yeah, great play, getting to the top of the highest point, going after the football. Great defense by the secondary. And here's a little trap up the middle for South Brunswick. Bounces it outside, around the edge. It's some good contact at the end of the play right there for both players.
Overall, though, they couldn't get it going. Red Springs defeat South Brunswick 38-12 on opening night. ATMC brings us the new Brunswick County team in Week 1 action. North Carolina versus South Carolina here, folks, and it's the McCray brothers getting it done on defense.
The McCray family knows something about football right there. You see 2 big tackles right there for the West Brunswick Trojans.
Guy Austin Simmons knows something about football, too. Nice hard run up the sideline here. That will set them up deep in their own red zone. And they're going to go back to him again, Joe. We're going to hear him a lot this year. You know they love to run the ball.
Running hard in between the tackles, extending his arm outside over the goal line, and it is a touchdown for West Brunswick.
New head coach Brett Hickman, got to be loving that for his alma mater. We're going to go right back to Austin Simmons again. Finds the end zone in the score. Big night for him. West Brunswick trailed 22-7 in the first half. They came back to win it. 36-29 is your final. Out to Lake Waccamaw, East Columbus had looked sharp in the Jamboree play, and thanks to the students with Columbus County Career Academy, we get to see the action with the Gators here.
Here's Saquon Daniels for East Columbus, getting a turnover for the Gators, and a heck of a play early on in this football game for ECHS.
Oh yes, they scored on that next play. This is now 7-0. Let's make it 13-0. How about that? Is the man LeVar Jones getting it in from the 5 for the touchdown for the early score. And how about LeVar Jones again. It worked so well the first time. Let's do it again, Joe.
Bouncing it outside, got just enough space to sneak inside the pylon. Touchdown Gators.
21-0. How about more, though, folks? The Gators are piling it on. 28-0 with that score. Final score, though, 41-6. The Gators match their win total from the past, 4 seasons. That is big for James Hobbs and company. So, Joe, 5 games in the books. Who impressed you so far? I like what I see from Whiteville and East Columbus.
Well, let's go down to Charlotte first, and West Brunswick, that is, and they trailed, as you mentioned, early in that ball game, come all the way from behind to pick up the victory. Brett Hickman and his family probably extremely happy tonight and proud of their guys after kind of a so-so performance at the Jamboree. And then, of course, as you mentioned, East Columbus, they have 1 win last year, 1 win the year before, and they pick up 1 win here in week 1. No better start than to be 1-0. No greater feeling than tonight.
That's it. Undefeated. All right, folks, we have more game action next. We're not even halfway through the show, and you don't want to miss what's next. 5th quarter game of the week with county bragging rights on the line. Up next.
More highlights coming up. You're watching the 5th quarter on WWAY.
This is the 5th quarter.
Back again. You are watching the best high school football show in town. Joe, a year ago, Topsail swept out Pender County. But the revenge season for Trask is just getting started. So let's go ahead and throw it out to our 5th quarter game of the week. Topsail, Trask, and it's the Titans on the move early.
It was a defensive battle early on in this ball game. Here's Jake Johnson gets a short run, stopped by the Topsail Pirates, and it was kind of a back-and-forth defensive matchup through this first half.
Yeah, not a whole lot of offense here because the defense are swarming to the ball. That was Reggie Carr on the run. Not much. 0-0 after 1. Cody Wallace this time getting it done. It's the new Pirates quarterback, and he's going to the air, Gavin Hibbard.
A couple of yards there for Hibbard, but a good tackle by the Trask defender. And once again, step things up here for the Titans with another defensive effort.
Look at this, just all night long, no run. These are 2 teams that love to run the football. Tops only had 9 offensive plays in the first half, but they didn't need offense on this one. It's the defense, scoop and score. Jonathan Ward for 6.
Hey, gets Topsail going anyway. Loose ball on the ground. Johnny Blaze takes it in for a scoop and score, as you mentioned, for 6 points.
That's it. Number 3. You have to believe the Titans remember that 24 loss last season. 28-0 tonight. All right, Topsail will face off with Pender next week. Tonight, the Patriots had to deal with Lakewood High School. Team beat them twice a year ago. But before this, we're honoring a couple of Pender stars, the 4x100 state champion relay team, hoping to bring some luck here to Pender.
So many great athletes from across this 3, 4, 5 county region. What a grab along the sidelines right there. Hauled in the catch with the toe drag, and the Patriots moving early.
They can't move for long, though. The Lakewood defense stuffing it down. Good defensive there. Tim Smith and company trying to get their boys going, but this is when Lakewood starts to open it up a little bit.
Big bruising running back takes it along the right side, moving through the pile. And does he get in? Well, we'll find out here in just a second.
There it is. They punch it in. One of their many scores, 47-6, Pender Falls in their home opener. Let's head over to New Hanover County now. Laney taking on Pinecrest. Bucktown ready to see their hometown team once again. And it's a guy we've been seeing a lot in Bucktown, Sherrod Sidbury on the rollout here, Joe.
Pump fake, rolls right, rolls left, tries to find an opening, buying some time. Finally, maybe 1, maybe 2 receivers. Yep, it's a grab. Sherrod Sidbury, one of the best athletes overall here in the county.
With Matthew Sims on the reception. Later in the 3rd quarter, it's Eusebio Benitez almost making it to the goal line here, coming right towards the edge, gets down to the 1-yard line, and Laney will get that touchdown here. That goes into early 4th quarter, Sherrod Sidbury with the carry.
Yeah, and Sherrod Sidbury, as you mentioned, going to be a highlight reel for Laney this year when his head is screwed on straight. As I mentioned, a true leader for that program.
Yes, we got Zathan Hill, though, on the run, coming right towards the cameras. Look out, folks. It's coming in your living room, and he's going to finish it off. Hill going downhill for the touchdown.
Pinecrest just a little too much juice late in this ball game. They were trading scores back and forth, and Pinecrest wins it 35-13 over the Bucks.
Let's end our tour with the defending champs in their home opener of their title defense. Rings on, it's proud. New Hanover taking on J.H. Rose here.
Well, here are the Rampants just on the second play of the game. Senior quarterback Grant Jarman over the middle catches the New Hanover defender a little too aggressive. Tight end Jake Rogers with the catch, takes it all the way to the house. The Rampants go up 7-0.
That's an 80-plus yard score. Very uncharacteristic for this Wildcat defense, but Blake Walston and company getting things going and starting to move the ball down the field a little bit. Now we go to the ground game for Blake Walston, but he puts it on the ground.
Yeah, it was sloppy early in this ball game for New Hanover, and the Rampants gave it right back, though. Snap over the head of Grant Jarman, the quarterback, and his New Hanover's Ron-George Shufford with the scoop and score to pull within one after the point-after attempt. A high snap, led it to 7-6, as you see with 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
And then it's going up. Good offensive play here. Nice touchdown. J.H. Rose continues to pile this thing on. That offense is sharp tonight, and this is why. I mean, they just kept going on New Hanover.
Ben Harris, his highlight reel starts right now, breaks 1-2 tackles, and then showcasing some speed. Here he is high-stepping along the far sideline. A big gain here for J.H. Rose, and this sets up a score later on in the drive. And here we are late in the first half, final minute of play here in the second quarter.
Things firing on all cylinders for the Rampants. J.H. Rose spoils New Hanover's home opener. Final score, Rampants 49, New Hanover 6. Joe, we got to talk about it. What's going on at Legion Stadium?
Well, I think after all that success last year, following the 3 WWAY state championship, I think the Wildcats, at least the players, understood tonight that they can't just walk on the football field here in week 1. The best thing about this is great learning experience for the young cats, for those who did not get a taste of that state championship last year. And, maybe a little punch in the mouth is just what they need. It's only week 1. You don't win a state championship on week 1 of the high school football season.
Only 3 guys coming back on that defense. Obviously, offense lost a lot of starters. How can they get the ball rolling again next week?
Well, it's to clean up the little things. They had a number of players out there that they looked a little, didn't know where to go, how to line up, some sloppy play, a couple of turnovers. I have a feeling they'll be ironing things out over the next couple of weeks. It'll be a hard week of practice for the Cats, and I expect them to bounce back come week 2.
That's it. Coach Earl Smith and company will get it going. Highlights may be over, but the 5th quarter is not. We wrap up our night with our play of the week and the best of week 1. Stay close.
Let's take a look at our week 1 scoreboard. Woo!
Fifth quarter play of the week, brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
You heard it right. When the bright Friday night lights hit the field, you need to make that one big moment to take center stage. And we have it for you right here, our play of the week. Back to our game of the week. It's the man, Johnny Blaze Ward, with the scoop and score fumble recovery for the game's opening touchdown. Joe, this guy's been blowing me up on Twitter to watch out for him this year. This is why.
Well, his lobbying efforts came to fruition tonight, and he did it himself along with some help of that Topsail defense, able to post a shutout, a goose egg on the scoreboard against their cross-county rivals. And he gets the Pirates started. The offense takes over in the second half on their way to the 28-0 win. Jonathan Ward with the play of the week.
Not a bad way to start the year for Topsail. We'll see how they do against Pender next week. All right, Joe, final thoughts on the night.
Well, 2 teams we did not get to see tonight were on the road here in New Hanover County, and they were the Hoggard Vikings and the Ashley Screamin' Eagles. As I said at the beginning, no better feeling to be 1-0 after week 1 of the season. And for teams that have struggled, the Ashley Screamin' Eagles, to go on the road, they've got a great running back in Mekhi Stanley, great speed, great size. They pick up a win over Southern Wayne. And what can you say about the Hoggard Vikings? New quarterback this year, and they were business as usual. To go on the road, pick up a win in a hostile environment away from the region. region. It says a lot about the Vikings, the coaching staff, and the players that have returned, the newcomers that have contributed in a big way here this evening.
Might be Hoggard that runs the town once again. We will see. Fifth quarter will return next week. For Joe, Sarah, Alex, I'm Dustin Dorsey. Thanks for tuning in to the best high school football show around. We leave you with the best of week 1. See ya.